Well, it's the second week of LCS with coverage brought to you by Alienware. On this first day of the week here, I'm joined right now by Ignar with coverage brought to you by Alienware. I just said that twice. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Ignar, talking about losing mind, it seems like you guys were able to just dominate Cloud9, one of the teams that people have said are either the best or second best. What was the secret? What allowed you guys to do so well against them?
I think we were recently focused about like more basic stuff like steps, which was like reset, tempo, like don't overchase, not play for kills. That's why we get better, in my opinion, because before our team was really bloody. Like every game is really chaotic, and
Yeah.
then even we are winning, we just chase and then randomly all die. That's why we lose. So like we just chase the basic steps, and then now we get a little bit better. That's why I think.
Well, what did you think of Cloud9's draft? Because I saw some people on Twitter who were questioning some of the decisions made there.
I thought it was okay, but like in my opinion, my thinking about Blitzcrank against Senna TK is really danger pick in my opinion, because I don't think it's stable lane, and then you need to make some play with the luck or something like with the team. But if it's not happen all the game, then it's so hard to make play on Bleach. So because I played a lot of Bleach, so it's kind of need luck or something. It need a perfect situation. So it can be good, but I'm not sure.
Well, I usually save this for later in the interview, but I'd love to link you a clip. I was watching Meteos' co-stream, and I asked him if he had any questions for you, and he actually had a play that he wanted to ask you about.
I'm a bit curious, like when he avoided that hook on bottom, how much of that was like planned out? Like, did he intentionally like walk into the bush beforehand to eat so that he could avoid the hook and flash? Because this was really well played. I'm just curious how much of this was premeditated and how much of it was just like, it worked out.
Okay. So yeah, what do you think? He was asking how intentional that was, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously I did it for intentional, because like new TK cannot eat and flash, right? Like together. So what I did was I was going for the right next to the wall because I need to speed, and then I was a little bit wait for mind game, because if Bleach was hurry and then hook Senna, then I can block the hook. You know what I mean, right? Like Senna get hook and then I eat, so I block the hook.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit mind game, like 0.5 seconds, and then Bleach Crank seems like he don't want to do it. Like he was waiting for me eating the Senna. So I knew it, so I just eat fast, and then I was clicking flash really fast.
Well, and was this a strategy that you had thought about previously, or that you had in your mind as like a counterplay, or was it just like very specific to the situation you thought of in that moment?
Oh, I didn't know about like Talia can gank bot. Since I saw the Talia wall is making up, like I was thinking about, I should try to do this, and
Gotcha.
then it was happened. Yeah.
Very good. Well, hey, talk to me a little bit about how Evil Geniuses fares compared to some of your previous teams, most notably, obviously, FlyQuest recently. So what was it like playing with this team compared to your previous teams?
Compared to previous team,
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure about like there is big gap. I think FlyQuest and EG is really nice. Like their environment is really nice, and their both organization step is trying really well. Like they just want to try best for the players. So I don't feel any different. All I different is like FlyQuest I played 1 year obviously, so everyone was friendly at the last. But in EG, it's not like very friendly right now. But it just need time like FlyQuest, because FlyQuest was same at the start.
Yeah.
So
it's still getting used to your teammates, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Gotcha. Well, one of the things that I've been asking a lot of people in these interviews this week is just what do you all do outside of the game? Because obviously we all talk about what you do while you're playing, but what are the things that you do to unwind? Like what do you have any hobbies or interests?
For me, I cannot go out anyway. Like I don't want to go out because of COVID.
Yeah.
So all I do is I really love driving, and then driving car, and then work out. So I can say just play racing game or workout.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you don't drive. Do you have a car here in Los Angeles?
no, only drive in Korea.
Okay, okay. Have you considered? I mean, obviously, I know you can't drive to places right now. I mean, you could, but there's not much to do. So have you thought about getting a car in Los Angeles, or is this something you don't think you're going to do ever?
To be honest, I didn't think about getting car in NA, like USA, but I had mind that I wanna drive in USA, like to do a rental or something. So I brought the world license like
Yeah.
last year, but it couldn't happen. So I mean, I was imagine, but never imagined about buying a car.
You
Too much money.
mentioned racing games. Like, do you just like driving casually, or do you want to like go out to a track and race around like a track? Are you like into hardcore driving?
You mean in real life or?
Yes, in real life.
In real life, I never went circuit, but I just like how I say, just at the night the mountain road is really, how I say, winding road.
Yes.
It's empty, so I just drive there with my friends.
Do you
at night.
do you want like a? Is your hope to one day get like a very fancy car?
To be honest, I don't like fancy car that much, but my dream is learning drift later on. So I
Okay.
just wanna buy a machine that I can do drift.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Any cars in particular that you think of?
Yeah, Genesis Coupe.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
buy
Sorry,
it.
sorry.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's awesome. I didn't realize that you were into that. I mean, I think what's fun about that is I think a lot of people, a lot of pro gamers, like the stereotype is, oh, they just want to watch anime or whatever. But you're like, I want to go drifting my car around corners. That's really exciting to hear. When you do the racing games, what racing games do you play?
Usually I play Assetto Corsa, which is one of the famous Steam racing game, and it's simulating. So I play Assetto Corsa. Yeah.
Do you have like the full setup, like with the steering wheel and the pedals, or do you just play with a controller?
I want to buy it, but it's too expensive, and I need to go like other countries, so I don't have it. But I play with mouse, so which is a little bit similar as in real life.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. It's cool to hear. Is there anything that you want to say to any of the fans out there at the end of the interview? I'm happy to have learned a little bit about you, but obviously I don't want to take up too much of your time. So anything you want to say to any of the fans?
Mm, mm, I mean, it's very thankful. I see many like share for us on Twitter about like EG, and then I just wanna promise that EG we will try best, and then just wanna promise that our team will be fun to watch team.
Yeah, very good. Well, hey, thank you so much for the interview, and really appreciate it. And I'll catch you next time. And for everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LCS right here on my YouTube channel. Hey, Alienware lets me say whatever I want in these. And so one of the things I've been talking about in my outros, just go hit up a pro player that you're a fan of or somebody in the space that does something cool and let them know that you appreciate them. Maybe just tweet at them or show up in their Twitch chat or say something on Instagram or whatever. That stuff goes a long way. And I can say something like this because Alienware gives me such free reign in my outros that I don't think that they'd have an issue with me kind of shouting this out. So if you want to check out their products, and they sponsor everything I do here, you can check out the link in the description. But again, check it out. Go do something cool on their site. And then go find a pro player or somebody in the space that you think is doing some cool stuff and let them know that you like what they do and give them a shout out.